Hello, my name is Pugzilla, and this is a simple guide on creating custom hero icons / compiling your images into vtext. Before we start, I'd like to bring up the modding website linked in the description. They already have a page dedicated to this, and it's basically going to be one for one what I'm going over. So if you just want to skip this video and go read that page, feel free, go ahead. Also, big shout out to Soda from the modding Discord, who originally created a video on doing this, because I had no idea what to do either until his video came out, so big thanks to you. So, let's get started. Opening your Deadlock with tools, you'll see the config tool, and in your add-ons dropdown, you should see Billy Audio Template alongside Hero Image Template. These are default templates given to you. So clicking on Hero Image Template, we're going to duplicate this add-on. There are two ways you can proceed from here. You can do it a simple way and just duplicate this Hero Image Template each time you want to do new icons or images. Or you could duplicate it once, just name it like Image Compiler or something, and every time you want to compile a group of images, you can go into this Image Compiler add-on and just reconfigure it so you can recompile those that way. So either you can do them separately in different add-ons, or you can create one add-on and do all of your images in there. For this example, I'm just going to create a new add-on, duplicate it specifically for hero icons for one mod. So for this example, I have Calico icons, so I'll just name it Calico icons. After doing that, we can navigate to the dropdown, find our add-on, and hit Explore Content folder. You'll see here is a existing file structure, which is panorama, images, heroes, and then you'll see Gray Talons hero icons. And you'll also see image_compiler.vdata. Anything you write into a vdata file and compile will be compiled, so vdata compiles images. So by writing the image names in the vdata file, you can compile the images in CSDK 12 and then get them out and put them in your mod. So they already give you Gray Talons icons, and opening them up in an image editor, you can see them like this. These are the exact dimensions you'll want to create your icons with, but if you wanted to see what they look like for your hero specifically, you can navigate to them in Source2 Viewer and export them. So you can see what they look like exactly if you want to reference the pose or something else like that. For this example, let's see. Archer Vertical, this is the hero select icon. SM is the kill feed icon, so when you kill them, this will appear on your screen. MM is the minimap icon, this appears on your minimap. Card is the hero portrait at the top of the HUD when you play a game. And these are just renders that go unused. You don't have to change them at all. If you wanted to reference your hero's icon specifically, we can open Source2 Viewer. Navigate to your Deadlock, your Game Citadel Pack 01. Navigate to Panorama, Images, Heroes. And then you'll see all of the icons for each hero, like there's Paige, there's Bebop, and there's Great Talons. If you wanted to extract these, you can right-click on them, decompile and export, and they'll export as PNGs for you to reference and edit. So, in our duplicated add-on, we can go to Heroes, and you'll want to paste your images in here once you've made them. You'll want to rename them to follow this naming structure. So the code name of the hero, underscore, and then which variation you're editing. Keeping it like that makes it simple when you're changing the vdata of the compiler. So for this example, I'm just going to delete all of these. And I already have some images that I've finished, and I'm just going to paste these in here. And as you can see, these follow the naming structure, but the file extension is also PNG. So when we're editing the compiler, I'm going to have to write PNG in there as well. And you may be asking, what are you talking about? Going back in the file structure, you'll see image compiler vdata. If you have a notepad editor, you can open these by right-clicking and hitting edit with notepad. And this is what we're going to need to change to compile our images. So opening my Calico images backup, we'll see that it's by default, it's the gray Talon images. Ignore this, I jumped ahead of myself. So these are the gray Talon images, and if I wanted to compile my Calico images, I just paste it in. I could right-click on them, rename. I'm going to copy the whole name of them, including the file extension. And then I'm going to paste them in here. And I'm going to do that for each icon I've remade. So each of your custom icons, you'll want to put into the image compiler this way. Extension and all. I've been putting them in the wrong locations, so scratch that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You don't have to match them up perfectly. As long as you have each image labeled here, that's fine. On top of this, if you wanted to compile images that aren't like panorama images, just like you want to change an icon somewhere, you could also just duplicate, you could copy and paste here and just put your new images in this structure and rename your copied line to whatever the name of that image is in, and it will also compile. So if you wanted to compile a normal image, you could also do it that way. So we've renamed the image compiler. We have all of the names of my images I'm trying to compile. So I have all my PNGs that I've redone. I can now close the image compiler. And I can launch my Deadlock with tools. So let's launch our add-on. And once it opens, instead of looking for the names of our images, we'll instead want to look for the image compiler. So type in image compiler, image_compiler. And then we'll want to right-click on image compiler, come down here to recompile, recompile full. And then when you right-click again, you'll see file image_compiler vdata_c. Hovering over that and clicking open folder, we'll be brought to this familiar file structure. You click on images, heroes, and you'll see your compiled images. You'll also see the compiled gray Talon images. You can delete those. So here we have my compiled vtextcs. I have my compiled icons. I want to put those in the game. If you have an existing add-on, you can just copy this panorama folder and add it to that. But since I don't, I'm just going to create a new add-on folder for this example. So I'm going to right-click new folder, Calico, icons. And I'm going to paste my panorama folder in there. I can delete the image compiler from this, and it'll all just be left with the folder structure, which is panorama images heroes, and then my icons, my compiled icons. But if I compiled this now, it wouldn't work, because it's included the _PNG, which is the file extension that I compiled them with. You'll want to delete the extension part of your compiled images. So if you compiled it as a PNG, it'll have _PNG. You want to delete _PNG, so it's hero name, the icon extension, and then _PSD, just like if you did edit a PSD. So I'm going to delete all my PNGs from these images. And then to compile these, I'll open Source2 Viewer. Click on File, create new VPK from folder, right-click new VPK, add existing folder, the add-on folder we just created, right-click new VPK, save VPK to disk, and you'll want to name your file along this file structure, which is pack, P-A-K, 2 numbers up to 99, _dir. After doing that, we can close everything and launch Deadlock to see if my icons have changed. And as you can see, I have my red calico icons.